Welcome back to Frostpunk. It's time to go into the endless mode. So we have two different ways of playing endless mode. We can either play endurance, which is for survivalists, gives us scarce resources, bitter cold and frequent blizzards. Every day will be a struggle. As opposed to Serenity, which is for constructors. That gives us plenty of resources, mild weather and short blizzards, and we can build a city how we see fit. Now, at the time of this recording, it's only 6 days left until the last autumn DLC will release. It will release on the 21st of January. That's 2020, obviously. But I really wanted to get this endless playthrough out before then, and I do apologize again for the menu music being a bit on the excessive side when it comes to loudness. So what I'm planning to do here is we could play endurance. I actually feel confident enough about the game now that I would struggle, of course, but that's the point. But I'm going to go with Serenity because I want to build a very large city. Now, let's go into Serenity and look at the different maps that we have available to us. We have the Rifts, that is the DLC. The Rift scenario is based on, I guess, rock shelves, which you can tie together using these bridges as shown here in the screenshot. That does not suit my purposes. Not only do the bridges cost a lot of resources to build, so you have to be very, I assume, I haven't played the scenario, but I assume you have to be very conservative about your resource usage. But also, I don't want a city that's built on lots of various rock shelves. Then we have the Hanging Rock. That's a map we've already played upon. It's the Winterhome map. It's a good map, but it is not the one that I want to play on. Next we have Snowdrifts, based on the Refugees map. Also, I would rather not play on a map we've already played on, so we'll skip that one as well. Then we have the Frozen Grove, based on the Arcs map. Not really interested in this either. You have the Crags map, which looks interesting. It does have a large area, but it does have these rock formation sticking out of the ground that will hamper my ability to expand the way that I want to. It says that it will make city planning very difficult. Based on my experiences, even if you have these things, it's just a matter of intelligently placing the steam hubs at the correct strategic locations, and it isn't really that difficult. This should make for a very interesting city though, but we'll not go with this one either. Then you have the Canyon. This does not suit the purposes that I'm aiming for because it only has a small area, so we can't really build a very large city on this map. It does look interesting though with the tiny arms inside the canyon here. And this one specifically says that it has to be planned around steam hubs because the central heat zone probably, if the screenshot or this preview is anything to go out from, I guess that maybe you can have 3, but it might actually be 2 zones of the generator itself. Now let's quickly skip over the map that we are going to use. We have the Crater, which is a medium area. It looks okay, but it is not the one that I want to play on either. The one that I want to play on is this one, Flats. You can probably see why, based on the preview here. We can make a very large city on this map. It does have its own challenges. The distance to the resources is the main problem here. But I'm sure we'll be able to deal with that. So it gives us a very large area. Resources may be far away. I like that they've specified May. They are very far away. We will play on medium difficulty, and we will not enable the random hazards. That is, events that will randomly and usually adversely affect the situation in the city. And with all those things said, let's jump in. So here we are. As you can see, it's a rather interestingly large map indeed. We will have a name, Caledonia, which, interestingly enough, also doesn't really break with the theme of the British Empire being the basis here. So let's confirm that name and immediately pause the game. So we have large areas here of frozen trees. Also large areas down here. We have a coal deposit here. We have some gatherable nodes of both coal, wood, some steel wreckage. We have another coal deposit over here, and lots more of frozen trees up here. Here we have an iron ore deposit. I'm not sure how these... okay, so we have two mining nodes here. Two mining nodes here. One here, so we have 3 coal mining nodes. Any other that I can spot? No, so I don't know where the... I don't know where the node for wall mining is. Though if I were to make an educated guess, I would guess that it's probably... Oh, there it is. Behind all this, of course. Is there another one? No, wouldn't seem like that. At least I can find it. So we have... Well, we have one node for wall mining here. No, there we are. Two nodes. So we'll use sawmills in this area then. I have no idea about outposts on this map. We'll see when we get the beacon. We'll begin with... Well, first of all, we have 105 population. That is 65 workers, 25 engineers and 15 children. Which is quite generous. Also means we have 105 homeless. But we start with a generous supply of resources. We have 300 coal, 150 wood, 100 steel, 5 steam cores and 80 raw food. The raw food, that's not enough. So we're going to have to build... we are going to have to build hunters. Oh. We also apparently start with... everything. No, we don't. But we do start with all of the basic gathering stuff and also some decoration. Huh. That's funky. Street lamps. Huh. That's fun. Okay, let's start out with some basic gathering posts. This one should give us access to... I'm not going to build the road just yet. This one gives us access to 2 wood crates and 1 coal pile. Need one all the way out here. Gives us access to 2 coal piles and 1 steel wreckage. So I guess we need to set up the final one here somewhere. There we go. Now we need a medical post. 2, 3, 4. Let's build that there. And then we want to have a tent. I'm just gonna check. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I'm gonna tear these things down, but I just want to see where I can build the roads. That's actually quite useful. Whereas this one is not useful. Okay, then I have to build another tent behind here. So that I get the correct distance. Now let's tear these tents down again. We'll leave the medical post though. Now, for this one, yeah, I thought as much. Let's build a workshop here. And here. I'm probably going to tear one of them down. Because I suspect that if I try to build from there, we're going to crash in that pile. Okay. That's a very long road. Tear this one down. That's 5 wood. Close to 6 wood. Which means that we are going to build the road like that. Have to conserve resources this early on. I don't want them to build these things first. I want them to build the gathering posts first. Let's tear down that tent as well. Also, since the temperature is -20, let's send some people out gathering right away. Like so. We have 30 people left who can construct things. We will turn on the generator in the evening. Actually, I want these engineers to be building. There we go. Now we can put them in gathering. Oh, I forgot. We need to pass a law. Hold on. Now, this is something that I had missed in my comments, so I had to ask for help on this, because I couldn't understand why I kept having issues only getting faith in my scenarios. But thank you, Wolfgang, for helping me with this. If you go up here, that's how you select faith, or purpose as it's called in the game. Whereas if you go down there, that's how you select order. So in this specific playthrough, we are going to go downwards instead of upwards, because I haven't featured the order in any of our scenarios yet. So, but that aside, we need to pass adaptation laws. Now, at the beginning, it's either emergency shift or soup. I think we're going to go with soup first. That of course increases discontent and hope, and decreases hope, but that's fine. Okay, let's get some workers into these buildings. Also, we should build a cookhouse. It's very fun to watch them roam around. Put this to soup. We need workers in here. Now, where do I have workers? Let's remove these. Put 10 of them in here and 5 of them in here. Now we can unpause these buildings. I have to build very specifically on this map. Because well, I can always tear the buildings down again. Which I'm going to have to, because we need to make room for both guard towers, or watchtowers as the first tier of them are called. And we also need to have room for the fighting pits. And while we're at it, we may just as well... Oh, that is very handy. We may just as well build a gathering post up here as well. Preferably as close to the city as possible. Let's build it there. And build a road directly down to it like that. I like getting rid of these... should call it nodes as quickly as possible, since they hamper our ability to actually build things, especially the ones that are close to the city, or the generator, I guess. And since it's evening, let's turn on the generator. Now we need people in both of these, and we can start researching. So we have Steam Hub, we've gotten the beacon, we have coal thumper, coal mining, sawmill, wall drill, steel works, but we do not have the hunter's gear. We will go with faster gathering though. Currently, I think that should be good. Yeah, we need more wood. This is a room for 100, but we still need 5 more bed spaces. Yeah, it's livable, so that's good. And the temperature won't drop until day 5. And since I selected the mode that I did, I doubt that we're going to have very, very bad temperatures. Maybe down to -50, -60. Gizmo and Philippus are having some issues in the background here. There is random meowing going on here. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but... we can introduce a new law. We'll go straight for emergency shift. We really need that.
Listen, everyone.
So this one has... yeah. Let's remove these engineers and put 10 of them in here. And I also want to build the beacon.
Get back to work.
But I need to plan that beacon thing as well. We can build it in here. That is not a problem. Let me just pause the game here. Because I want a row of 4, or buildings that are 3 in depth here. And then I want 2 rows like that. Okay. I can build a beacon behind here. I would have preferred to have it adjacent to the road, but I can't because of that pile of wood, which is unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's build the beacon here then. Of course, we need 40 wood to power up the beacon or send out a scouting team. Getting plenty of wood though, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Let's build another tent so we have enough housing for everyone. Wood crates depleted. I assume that one was over here. Good. And the beacon has been built. So let's make a team of scouts. We have the Barren Hollow. That looks to be like one of the... Let's go to the damaged snowcat. That actually has something, it would appear. Not sure about these ones. This is big. I suspect we actually have to go into the depth research on scouts here. Difficult. That is what this is. I have no idea what these things are. Let's go to the Barren Hollow. Or we can always move the beacon later on if I don't want it there. Now, we do need to build hunters. Let's build 2 of them. No, actually, let's just make 1 of them. We don't have the workforce. Engineers. We have some engineers working in here. Swap those out with workers. That's completely the wrong way. We probably also need another medical post. And we can build another workshop as well. Master gathering has been researched, so let's move on to hunter's gear then. About 2 days left, so that's fine. This one is only gathering coal at the moment. I wonder if I can... I don't want them to gather coal. Can I turn that off? Apparently not. Oh well.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
Put 15 workers in there immediately so they can get sent out. Put 5 engineers in here. Coal for about 4 days, which is good. More engineers. And let's build this road going down like that, and we can build another workshop. And that road needs to go because I want the workshops to be aligned. Can pass another law. I think we'll pass extended shift.
New law. A new law has passed.
I'll probably finish that tomorrow, but let's put it on extended shift anyways. Same with that. We might want to build a sawmill. Not ideal though. Let's see here. If we build a road like that, it's going to be very costly, but let's build it nonetheless, and we can remove that. Want to put engineers in this building. I don't think I have anyone working on a specific pile now, which is good. Now the sawmill. If I build the sawmill here, can I? Yes, I can. Excellent.
The work shift starts.
Is there a road behind there? I don't need a road behind there. I'd rather have the wood. Wood crates depleted, which means this gathering post is... Nope, sorry, it isn't. Hunter's gear have been researched. I think we'll just have to go with the drawing boards, even though I'm not happy about losing all of that wood currently. We do want heaters though, but it should be fine for now. Let's go with the drawing boards. 10 people who can work out here. The temperature out there should be livable. Excellent. Let's keep the workers here so they can collect the wood. Same with this, so they can collect the metal. This one is now redundant for the time being. This one can be torn down, which gives us 10 more workers, which is excellent, because that means we can build another sawmill. And I'm not that concerned about destroying resources, to be honest. So I want to try to avoid child labor on this playthrough. There we go. Now let's move on to the fighting arena. Scouts have reached the barren hollow. As I suspected, it's one of those waypoint sites, but it gave us buried hamlet. Maybe we can get some more people there. That's good. I think I want this to be in extended shift. Probably get rid of this steel wreckage as well. But getting rid of that probably requires building a steam hub up there. We'll do that because I don't want to waste a gathering post for just one wreckage. The discontent is fine, so let's put these 3 workshops into extended work hours, and let's also do emergency shift in one of them. And next, now this one is going to be a bit finicky. I can tear down this tent. But that would probably be silly. I would rather have them on the outer. So let's tear down this tent. And build another one there. And then a fighting arena there and there should cover our current needs. But then again, there's the guard towers. In order, which I also have to plan for. Let's do that when we get there. Ten workers in there. This one has 1,466, and this one has 1,616. Drawing boards have been researched. Let's move on to... We don't need heaters, actually. Not at the moment. What we do need is generator power upgrade, but that requires wood. Yeah, the temperatures seem to be very benevolent, at least for the first days. However, since we are reaching a new day, I think that this is a good spot to end the episode. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next one.